how to adopt invoicing best practice to get paid faster. To ensure that you get paid on time, you need to have a well-defined invoicing and payment process. Timely payments are critical for your business to maintain a healthy cash flow. If every other customer delays paying you for services, your operations may soon get crippled due to the inadequacy of funds. Therefore, you must work on your invoicing system to encourage your customers to pay as fast as possible. Here are some top invoicing best practices you should adopt in your business. 1. Negotiate payments terms with clients upfront. Before you send your client an invoice, you should have agreed with them the exact amount of money they should pay for your services. This is done at the quoting stage. When a client expresses interest in your services, you send them a quote detailing the various line items and the related charges. For best results, you would want to use a professional work estimate template, which you can customize with your company name and logo and fill in client information, line items, terms and conditions, and final price. You can afterward convert this to an invoice and email it to the client. Since it bears all the details of the job and the customer already agreed to it, it will be easier for them to pay. 2. Clearly specify the due date. It's common practice for businesses to use terms such as net 15 or net 30 on the invoices. While these are universally accepted invoicing terminology, some of your clients may not understand them. So make a point of using simple, everyday language that leaves no questions on the client's mind. For example, you can say make payments by December 25th, 2021. This way, your customers will have no excuse for non-payment because of vague terms on your invoice. 3. Offer discounts for early payments. Another tip on mastering the art of the invoice process is to reward those customers who pay early. According to the pleasure principle, most people pursue pleasure and try to evade pain. Being rewarded for early payment is something pleasurable, but missing on the discount is painful. Thus, an average customer will do everything within their means to pay promptly and grab the discount. 4. Punish late payers. As mentioned above, it's everyone's goal to avoid pain. On this account, you don't want to impose a late payment fee for those who fail to fulfill their obligation by the predefined deadline. As long as you clearly state this in your contract terms and conditions, clients will work hard towards avoiding the penalties. And if they fail to pay on time, they won't find fault with your terms, given that they got into the contract with this bit in mind. 5. Diversify your payment options. According to the International Trade Administration, business needs to offer appropriate payment methods to succeed in today's global marketplace. By overlooking some payment options, you can lose potential business to competitors. And the same applies to invoicing. If you restrict your customers to just one payment option, they might postpone making payments as they figure out how to start using your preferred method. To avoid such setbacks, consider offering several options to your customers, including but not limited to the following: cash, checks, credit or debit card payments, mobile payments and online payments, bank wire transfers, money orders and email transfers. 6. Know your customer. Before deciding to do business with any individual or company, it's best to do a background check on the history to determine whether they have been paying faithfully or are defaulters. If you realize that other businesses complain of their non-payment, you won't want to get into business with them because there is no guarantee that your experience with them will be any different. But for those with a good history of fulfilling their financial obligations, you can confidently get into contracts with them and send your invoices when the time comes. 7. Proactively chase payments. Don't sit back and hope that your customers will definitely make payments on time. As the due date approaches, send them a polite reminder in their email about the forthcoming deadline. Some people need much persuasion to get into action. The good thing is that there are sophisticated invoicing software in the market that automates such notifications, thus it won't consume a lot of your time. And if the deadline passes and your clients don't make their intentions clear, you can take the legal route as a last resort. File the case at the appropriate law courts in your locality and fight for your rightful pay because you deserve it. Conclusion: proper invoicing ensures you get paid promptly for your services. Subsequently, your business operations proceed seamlessly to as you have the requisite cash at hand. Try the practical tips highlighted above and increase your chances of getting paid faster.